You really want to know what to do with leftover food, can transform it into something really delicious. Let's get started. Okay, let's review the ingredients. I've got the leftover ricotta with fresh oregano and some lemon zest there. It's really delicately flavored. I have sugar, 3 eggs, cup and a half of flour, about a cup of sugar, by the way. I've got lemon. We're going to use the zest in the flour and some of the oregano, a little bit, which is also going to go in the flour. Olive oil, cornstarch, some baking powder, salt, and this is leftover mascarpone cream, which was for the dessert. So it was really quite a nice party. But we're just going to get started with our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to add the flour, the oregano, the cornstarch, and then give that a quick mix. Put this out of the way. Got a quick mix before adding the lemon zest. Okay, we'll give our lemon a bit of a roll and take our microplane, and we're just going to grate all of the zest, just the outer part, not the pith, into the flour. And this is just going to give it a nice perfume along with the fresh oregano. Now, the oregano is optional. So if you don't have fresh oregano hanging around, you can omit. Do not add dry oregano. It will not help. It's not about flavor. It's actually about what happens to the nose when you slice into the beautiful loaf that hopefully we'll have at the end. So, there. So get all that zest from one lemon. We are not using the juice in this recipe. And remember, you can find all the list of ingredients, full instructions at my website, garysurbanlauder.com, and you should be running along there. So just give that a quick whisk. Now that that's well combined, I'm just going to add our salt and the baking soda in just a quick stir. And I will move on to what will take place of our butter, and that's the ricotta. In it goes, all of it. And now we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of this mascarpone cream. Now this was flavored, well, sweetened slightly with white chocolate. So it doesn't have, look at that, isn't it rich, thick? So it doesn't have a huge amount of sugar in it. And we're just going to just get that all in. Yeah, just slightly sweetened by the white chocolate. So we'll get that in and we'll raise our bowl and we'll just start to combine that, to cream that together. Using the paddle attachment, and so that will make sure it gives the ricotta and the mascarpone cheese, a nice smoothness before we add in our sugar. Okay, we creamed together the sugar, we added our olive oil, and we've incorporated the flour. And we now have a nice batter. Okay, I'm just going to drop the bowl and I'm just going to scrape around the outsides to make sure that everything is well incorporated. It's looking good. Get a bit of flour off our paddle. Raise it. A couple of more turns and we're ready. So I have a loaf pan that I've buttered and lined with a bit of parchment. And I'm just going to fill it. And it's going to go into our hot oven, moderately hot oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 175 Celsius. So just no fan for those of you who ask. So I want to get every bit of this off this paddle because I know this is going to be delicious. So it's not going to be overly sweet. We only add 1 cup of sugar. And if you've ever made a loaf cake with ricotta, you understand how delicate it will be in terms of its crumb, the amount of sugar. And what's important really is how much it's going to share its aroma. And I tell you, you'll love it before you taste it, just from the smell. So in it goes into our prepared pan. Center that a little better. Get every bit of this. So it's going to go in the oven 45 to 55 minutes. Everybody's oven is different. So you want to test it with a wooden skewer or a toothpick. And if it comes out clean, then it's ready. Now the cornstarch we added to this with the flour basically emulates cake flour. So it will be a beautiful light crumb. And I really want you to let me know what you would do with a similar leftover. If you had ricotta or something left over, I'm just going to even that out in the pan. What would you make? Let me know in the comments. Yeah? I really want to hear from you. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. I really need your support, and it does help the channel out. So thank you if you've already done so. And I know a lot of you come and view the channel, which is great, and you don't subscribe. I really ask that you just subscribe and share this with your friends. Okay. This goes into our hot oven. Tamp it just a bit, and we'll give it 45 minutes. Well, our cake was in the oven for an hour. So it's had 3 wooden skewer tests, one at 45 minutes, one at 55 minutes, and finally at an hour, where it could come out of the oven. It's now on its rack where it will rest for 10 minutes, and then we'll remove it from the pan. And when it's cool, we'll dust it with some powdered sugar. It does smell amazing. It really does. Okay, we have let our loaf cool, and it's still a little warm. And I'm just going to cut into this and serve it up. Got my plate. We have a little leftover creme anglaise, which is a custard. I have the strawberries I mentioned, and we have some powdered sugar. So I'm just going to put that powdered sugar over it now. I think that's all we need. Just getting the rest of the sugar out of that. Great. So all that's left to do is to slice it. So we want to take a little slice off the end, and then we'll get in and have a look at the crumb. Okay, just have a look at that. You can see the bit of oregano in the crumb right out of the way. Now I'm just going to get our plate ready with some of our creme anglaise, which we're just going to pool in the center of the plate. And I'm going to just place our slice on the edge. And a bit of our macerated strawberries. There we have it. Time to taste it. Okay. Just get a corner. That is delicious. The lemon comes through, and you really just get a slight hint of something else. That oregano. You can't quite figure it out, but it's delicious. The strawberries, too, they really add a different element. I think I'll need a spoon. I might eat it all. That is beautiful. Really delicate in flavor. Beautiful crumb. Absolutely delicious. Well, this was the first in my series of what to do with leftovers. Hope you join me and we'll figure it out together. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single recipe. Finally, please share this video with your friends and help me grow this channel, the community. We're just over 600 subscribers now. I really want to increase that to 1,000 and more. With your help, we can do it. Thanks so much. See you next